cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We're throwing out crystals. We don't need these stones. And we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Yahuwah. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Yah Israel. Tearing down idols, and we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We throwing out crystals, and we don't need these stones. We ain't no gods. That's a job for Yah. Everybody help me say all praise. All praise to the Most. I can't hear you say. All praise to the Most. Oh, all praise to the Most. Hey, all praise. All praise to the Yah of Israel.
Hallelujah. Peace and blessings, fam. That song is fire. All praises to the Most High. APTTMH. Had to pause there for a moment. But it's by We the People family. If you have not gotten that song, please go and support Miss Bakah. That song is fire. I play that song often. So it is in stores today. I mean, it is available on all your music outlets and stuff like that. So go ahead, please support Miss Bakah with that family. But I see let me do some posting here. Denai says, I got it. I got it. Well, shout out to you, my brother or sister, my sister, Dina Ya. Thank you. All right. Well, hey, family, we have a very important show today, family. And actually, what I want to do, family, just going to skip right to it and bring our guest on board here. And it is none other than Aki, Lorvins, Ima, Ashanda. Welcome. Shalom. How you all doing?
Man, shalom. How you doing? Hey, man. Well, hey, thank you for for the invite, and thank you for the fellowship. Shalom, everybody else who's listening. Man, it's a great day to be alive, man.
How you doing, Ashanda?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me on, Aunt Benea. I mean, just an amazing man of Yah researcher, and I'm just so grateful to be on your platform and for such an important discussion. And what's going on, my brother Lorvins? What's going on?
You already know, Shonda.
Yeah, Lorvins he's a working man, family. I can tell you that much firsthand. He is a working man. I mean, we just finished up. I mean, and another big shout out and thank you for all those who participated with the African Israelite Justice Foundation conference in Charleston, South Carolina. Family, that was amazing. The amount of support that we had from family, from Mishpachah, people driving and meeting from all over the world. We overcame a lot because, the enemy tried to throw those curveballs at us, one after the other. But at the end of the day, family, it was amazing. So shout out to that. And Lorvins had his hands in the dirt from day one. And he was burning the candle on both ends just like I was from day one, and was able to, contribute to that. So big thank you. Much love for you, my brother Lorvins, for that, man, because you did your due.
Oh yeah, you put in some hands. Well, you was working hard too now. I mean, everybody really came together, and that's really a testament to when you do come together, things you can get done. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it be small, whether it be big, mediocre, whatever it is, if we believe and we put our hands to the plow, but we do it together as a unit, bruh, the sky's the limit of what we can do.
Yeah. I love it when we come together as Israel. We rise up. And I think, Ashanda, I think the last time we were on a live together, we were on for, was it Sister Anastasia Brown?
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
That was such a tremendous work. And I mean, to see the family come together, I was telling Brother Lorvins that, just to be a part of an initiative that way and to see, the unification of Israel come together to support this sister and her baby. I mean, it just blew me away. And I want to give a shout out, especially to the Ashanda at Large fam, because, the support that came from my channel, your channel, Lorvins channel, all the channels that were brought together, I just feel like it is it's symptomatic of what we can do when we learn how to work together as the scripture commanded and learn how to love one another. So yeah, that was powerful.
It is so to land back. So I don't like saying piggybacks. I say land back, but to land back on what you said, Ema. It is so. I mean, the reason why it's so important, family, is because, like, for example, we have all these praise reports. So, like we were saying, Sister Anastasia Brown, like that was a praise report because they were going through, and I can only imagine, like at their lowest of lows, right? And for those of you all that aren't familiar with the situation, she had her baby taken away from her at the hospital, right? I mean, she had just given birth. They had taken the baby away, and they was giving her all kinds of grief, and so there was legal matters that arose out of that, and so we needed Israel's help to be able to pay for a lawyer to be able to fight. I forgot the name of the people like that came and tried to take
workers, like I believe DCF, like
you remember what it was called? Shonda was like a DFACS or something.
Child Protective Services, whatever.
I believe it was Child Protective Services.
Okay, Child Protective Services.
Specific name.
Yeah, but we raised. I mean, praise be to the Most High, family, for you all, because just from that collaboration alone, I mean, we raised over. Keep me honest here, Aki Lorvins. It was over well over $10,000, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we were able to solve all of their problems that they were having, especially being able to get a lawyer, being able to solve even stuff that we can't really disclose right now, but like even consequences that came from that, which we didn't even have to go over there and stand in front of these people's door or whatever, and justice was given. You know what I'm saying? And there were accountabilities where people probably not earning a paycheck because of that. So we came through.
Yeah. And I really think that speaks to our power together more than our individual efforts, because you know, a lot of times when we see injustices that happen within our communities, whether they're in the United States, in the Caribbean, the UK, on the continent, there's an expectation from the system that we're not going to be able to unify, that we're not going to come together and we're not going to be serious. So when we show up and we support in the way that we do, and we mobilize in the way that we do, then we garner more respect, and they have to acknowledge what it is that we're saying, and they have to act accordingly. And that's on spiritual principles. That's a spiritual thing that happens. We may not understand what's going on, but ultimately what the Ruach is doing is he's allowing the spiritual forces of darkness to move out of our way because we're operating in unity and in love. So that's just a testament to his greatness working through us.
Facts.
Yep. And to your point, Ema, of how important it is to work together, because there is a family, I don't know if you know or not, but there is an active program, an active effort to keep us from talking to each other, to keep us, and Sister Ema Shanda, Brother Lorvins, I'm not sure if you noticed your YouTube numbers, but like, as far as like lives and stuff like that and views, you know, they're way down. And one of the things that, you know, I've been tracking, because I'm an IT guy, so I kind of dig into the specifics, and we trend stuff over time. And not only do I trend stuff over time, but I trend it over time on different platforms. And what that allows us to do is to be able to identify shadow banning. Because believe it or not, family, shadow banning is not equal on all platforms. Because so when you see it on YouTube, for example, we know that shadow banning is like around, you know, it's crazy. It's like 80%, right? Roughly, if you're looking at your views, 80% of your views should, you know, it might be down, right? You'll see an 80% decrease. But family, it's not like, there are some platforms where shadow banning is not prevalent. And Most High willing, in the next, I'll say 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, we'll, you know, share some of those other alternative platforms with you, so that, you know, you'll have an option to get around that shadow banning. But to Ema Ashanda's point, that's one of the ways where they're trying to prevent us from collaborating, from talking to each other. You know, we come up with these lies to try to galvanize, you know, Israel to come together for a good cause, but the enemy's out there trying to keep us apart. And I have this terminology. It's the digital overseer. The digital overseer, just like in the slave times, you know, he wasn't digital. He was actually a real, you know, real man. And what they did was that they monitored the way that we interacted with each other, and they monitored our time and stuff like that. Well, now that we're free, now that we're on these digital platforms, they're still trying to do the same thing, family. So it is what it is. But praise be to the Most High, He's given us some victory, some ways to get around that.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
That just means that we're effective.
Yes,
It is.
That's it. The awakening, I say this all the time, the awakening cannot be stopped. And so when the enemy tries to subvert from one direction, you know, the Most High always prepares another way for us. So we just have to be open to the moving of the Ruach HaKodesh, in which direction he's going to lead us. And that's so important for us on all of our platforms, right? Because we're constantly talking about the shadow banning and all the ways in which censorship is impacting us. But we have to understand that as a community, and this is specifically for those of you who are listening to us, that if we move to another platform, we need you to come with us, because there's a lot of time a lack of motivation in going from YouTube to another platform, because we get so used to this algorithm, we get used to this platform, and we say, okay, well, we don't want to move because that's where I met you, that's where I'm going to stay. But the reality is that if these platforms are creating more of a disadvantage for us, and there's other opportunities for us to be able to come together and our numbers increase, then it's important that you do your part in being able to share that information with your family and friends, share our videos, and connect with us on those platforms. So, you know, that I just want to implore those of you who are listening that when Brother Benaiah shares something as an IT man, he says, come check this out, definitely do so. It's for all of our benefit.
Into that too, you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? When you're being attacked and things, and then the people tend to switch up how they speak and how they do, you know what I'm saying? And I get some Israelites, they say, well, you know, why is a serpent, you know, harmless as a dove? And we want to use that scripture just to go ahead and water down everything that we have to do. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, yeah, you got to be wise, and this is their system. Even when you do change to a certain, when you change to what they kind of sort of want you to do, what do they known for? Changing the rules anyway, right? They keep changing until you end up compromising. I, for one, I'm kind of like Ron a little bit, man. I'm at the point, man. Look, the truth just gotta fly for now. You know what I'm saying? If they get me off their platform, they get me at their platform. You have other Israelites tell you, man, well, because y'all kind of direct and this and that. Well, I mean, when Moses was in Egypt, and how much other ways can he say, let my people go? You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to water down this truth. We can't water down the truth. When the Ruach give you something to say, you just got to say it. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And some Israelite might be like, well, you didn't use wisdom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm fighting the Most High's battle and he's using us to fight it, trust me, he's going to make a way. And it's him that we trust. You see what I'm saying? And we're not going to compromise his truth just to be living in luxury on YouTube or any other social media platform and water down the truth. Nah, the truth got to come out the way the Ruach allows it to come out.
Yeah, cause I'm trying not to say too much now. I'm trying because, like I said, we do have something planned, but I had to put Amelia Israel's note up here. Like, there are Black platforms that can be used. Yes, amen to that. Amen. And I mean, to everyone's point, like, so to Aki Lorvins' point, to the people having to watch their words, to Ema's point where folks have gotten used to doing a certain thing on a certain platform, and maybe they just don't want to move, that sort of thing. There's a win-win out there, family. Like, there's a win-win out there. There's a win-win for content creators where when I tell you we got some numbers that will shock you, we got some numbers that'll shock you. I mean, per platform, to show you what percentage of your users are getting notified, are viewing your videos every time you drop a video. That's one. And then there's the other part of it, because a lot of content providers, like the reason why, sometimes they don't want to go to a different platform. Like, I mean, take the Benai Israel channel. I got, praise be to the Most High, it's like up to 90,000 people on there. But, truth be told, as far as like how many of that user base or subscriber base is getting reached by videos is a very small percentage. Well, what if I could show you using hardcore data that are other platforms that if you were to use it, not only would you get above the 15, actually, I think on YouTube it's around 8%. So right now, people are trending like around 8% of their user base is getting notified and seeing their views. But what if I can show you a platform where there's a range from 100%. So let's say, for instance, if you have 4,000 subscribers, let's say, for instance, every time you drop a video, you get 4,000 views, because all your subscribers are seeing your views. From a content creator perspective, you would hop on that in an instant. Hopefully that'll be one of the choices. But also for those that are advertising, there's also an opportunity for advertisers. Same way as, like, for instance, what we're going to talk about today are some of the initiatives. Imagine when we put our initiatives out there to the community, we're trying to galvanize community. Instead of it going to 10% of the community, how about it go to 100% of the community that's on these platforms? Family, just keep an open mind about it when we start to unveil some of these alternative platforms. We're trying to get them up to the standard that we're all used to, all the feature functionality, that sort of thing. So that's part of the reason why it's a little bit delayed. But Most High willing, when it does get unveiled, family, please support, because it's going to be a win for you, content creators, and it's going to be a win for those who want to advertise, that want to get the message out to Israel, like we are trying to do today. So, and with that being said, what I'm going to do is share a screen here. So, and Brother Lorvins, you can probably be able to speak to this a little bit more than I can.
Right.
But in Haiti, there is a need, right? There's a need for our brothers and sisters in Haiti. And, just as we, Ema, Ashanda, and Aki Lorvins and I were just talking about how we came together before, Israel were able to knock out a need for Israel. I almost feel like, I don't know if you guys ever watched cartoons. Like back in my day, we used to have like a Cartoon Saturday. So we wake up early in the morning on Saturday and we watch those cartoons. It was like Super Friends. Every time the Super Friends would get together to fight, they put their hands in like Super Friends. So it feels like that, family. We need to come together, family, and have another need to come up. And Aki Lorvins, if you could just share what the need is.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the you, Benaiah, for really heeding the call. And this is something, even before I got an awakening, my father and my mother was doing for the last 25 to 30 years, for as long as I can remember. Every year, diligently, they use their own money. And believe it or not, they live on Social Security, right? They use their own money, and they put children pay their tuition to go to school, and also they feed the villages, spreading the gospel, things of that nature. And he's getting older. I'm 46 years old, and it's like that tug now. It's like in the last few years, I started helping him with it, doing it a little bigger. He was doing it. It's small to us, but his love for the people and what he was doing was huge. And they love my father. Every year, it's like they wait till that time. Imagine that. They don't have a lot, but they wait for that time for my father to come, because they know when he comes, he brings the word, he brings food, he brings tuition, and he brings hope to them. And so when I saw that, and I was like, man, Dad, I'm going to start helping you with it. And we made it a little bigger, and expanded. But this time, I was watching a video about the guy named Barbecue, that the Western world called the gang leader, and how if you watch the interview, there's an interview a guy did with him. Man, y'all got to watch it. He is not what they make him seem. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent by all means, but he's not what they make him seem. This guy literally built school, protect the neighborhood from bad water, build school for the people so the kids can go to school, and feeds them. And he does it in such a way where they're able to do commerce with one another, which is what they don't want. And so he today in America would be considered a militia, a revolutionist. But when it's us, our people, they label us gangsters. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to like even the kidnapping, he doesn't even do that. He was actually stopping the other groups from doing that. This guy was an ex-cop who saw all the wickedness and the corruption, and then he went against that. Man, if y'all ever see this interview, man, it's amazing, and how he's walking freely, and the people just respect him and things of that nature. Now, I'm not putting all my eggs in his basket, but I know when someone is doing a good deed versus someone who's just doing things that are malicious. You see what I'm saying? And the media is just making him look like he's just this awful person. I say that to say he said something to me, not to me. He said something that really struck a chord with me. He said that they're starting to mobilize the people as a unit because they were all sleeping. And it's because of some of the work that he started doing. That's the interview. And he started basically saying that now the people are believing in themselves again because the Western media, France and America, put them to sleep, literally. And now they're waking up again. And he really wants a revolution to where the people wake up. But you start that by changing the mind of the people. You don't just go over there and you say, well, I'm just going to preach this. You got to make sure you feed the people. That's what he does. You got to make sure you educate them. That's what he does. Bring them clean water. That's what he does. So when my father goes to Haiti and these different rural areas that really are cut off by the island and you got to use a boat to get there, that's what he does. He brings hope to them. And then it brings these people back to who they really are. And now with the Most High bringing me into this awakening, there's a new level to this. Now I want to make it in such a way where it's bigger than we've ever done it before. I even told Benaiah, if y'all willing, I want you to come along. And that would be the accountability factor. Maybe even a couple people in this awakening that can come along. Now, I'm not going to say it's the best trip ever, right? In terms of like how you get there, but it is possible. And so if we can raise enough, I would love for other people to come. You see what I'm saying? I think it'd be a great mission. Not only because they're cut off from the main island. You got to keep that in mind. And so that's really what this is about. doing this great work, bringing the word, bringing the food, putting these kids in, and paying for their tuition. Last year, we paid the tuition of 75 students. It was $57. Because of inflation, now it's $100. You see what I'm saying? And that's just tuition for one child. We spend that in about 2 weeks. And that's all it costs to put one of these kids in, to school for the entire year. But that just tells you what we're dealing with. So that's kind of like the highlight, the background of what we've done. We've been doing with my father. But now I want to make it bigger. I want it to be impactful, not only from a humanitarian standpoint, but from an economical, political, and especially in our belief in what we believe, to make sure that these people understand who they are as a people as well. I think that is the most important thing. And that's where we're at. And yeah, you might want to show some of this.
Yeah, I was going to show it, but I just wanted to circle back on just a couple of things, just to make sure Miss Picard family was aware. So Lorvins, you are from Haiti.
Well, no, I was born in the Bahamas.
Born in the Bahamas.
My parents are from Haiti.
Your parents are from Haiti, and are your parents still in Haiti?
No, they're in the United States. So
US.
Every year they go back. My father has a house in this place called La Tortue.
Okay.
And then he took us to Haiti from 6 to about 9, roughly. So I stayed there for like 3 years. So I understand. Trust me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You live with no running water, none of that stuff, like the luxury they live. And I was still happy there. Don't get it twisted.
Yep.
It was just a lack of food, things of that nature.
And to your point, Aki, so this isn't your first time doing a humanitarian effort in Haiti, right?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, my dad's been doing this for the last 30 years. Now, I joined him to make it a little bigger for the last 5 years. Last year, we didn't do it because we didn't have the resources, and my dad literally cried like a baby. I felt so bad. I felt sad. And I was like, Dad, we gonna make it happen. I don't know how we're gonna make it happen. And because we missed last year, this year, next year, right, the Gregorian year, whatever, we want to make it the biggest thing the Hebrews has ever done. But we need all of the people's help in order to make that happen.
Yeah. Was that the one where you reached out to me and I wasn't able to help out or didn't help out?
No, you've always helped out. But we just didn't make it happen because there was so many things going on at the time.
I was going to apologize, man. I was like, man, because we to your point, Aki, we really, really need to be in a position. And I know the Most High had dealt with me, boy. Woo, let me tell you, Most High had dealt with me, family, as far as when the call comes to help Israel. Well, when I say boy, that's Most High talking to me. Boy, you better help.
You're right. You're right. But that was the other situation going on at the time. But you and I understand now. So you were right about that. I couldn't really do as much, and I know you didn't want to ruffle certain feathers, and so
it was all good. I'm just saying that when I've learned so much from there. It's kind of like one of those things when your daddy give you a spanking, especially like when you're little, and he wear your behind out so much that you got little welt marks across your back, so that when you get to school the next day, I know this is probably there was stuff they would call them defects nowadays, but back in the day that was just regular. Like you showed up with some whelps, on your arm, like that was just regular. Like, okay, so I see your mama must have got that message I left for her. But anyway, I learned my lesson from that one, Aki. I learned my lesson. And to your point, as far as this not being a new thing, and I'm on Sons of Shemites YouTube page, and you can see here, family. Hopefully, you can see it on the screen at the very bottom. It says, "This is when this video was released." It says 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, family, and this is just to kind of show you some results of when we got together 2 years ago of what happened. So I'm just going to play this video, and it has music from Lorvins tracks. So I'm going to see if I can bump it up so that you can hear it, because I think it's going to come through my mic, but we'll see how it plays.
Grandma used to tell me, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you came from. If you search it diligently, it'll make a better you. Yeah, I'm sitting on the view with a show face, Listening to this preacher, what a disgrace. Something feels so different from what I heard yesterday. From an Israelite along the way. An Israelite along the way. From an Israelite along the way. Tell me who I am. I've been searching for so long. I don't understand. Everywhere I seem to go, people shake their heads at me. Tell me what is going on. Someone hold my hand. Please tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. As I begin to read the scriptures, it all came together for me. Someone's been lying through their teeth. They've been misleading and twisting prophecy. I can see that my people is at the bottom of the barrel. I see myself the more I read it every hour. I can see things more clearly. The wretched part of me. Is it me? Could it be? I can't believe. Can somebody tell me who I am?
It's funny, Lorvins, every time I hear that song, you make me want to just start singing. and that too, family, that too is Lorvins. That was a single, right? So that one's available also on YouTube. iTunes, all of your music platforms. It's called. Remember what's the name of it?
Who I Am.
Who I Am.
Yeah.
So check it out. Look it up, family. It's Who I Am by Lorvins. It's an awesome song. Support. But hey, Lorvins, so I saw where it said, you were sending, or I guess Mr. Picasso sent rice and I guess maybe beans, and what other stuff were we able to send?
I was because what they eat there a lot is rice. They eat a lot of rice. They eat a lot of beans. There's something called booga, and they eat a lot of mackerel, which is in this can that they only trust, and then oil. Those are the main thing because they last longer, and and that's stuff that they considered healthy for themselves. And you can buy them in bulk, and it's more cost effective to buy them that way. And what you're seeing, this is my father's house in Haiti. Sorry for the camera, guys. I wasn't there literally. You have to depend on certain people to kind of like film stuff. And my daddy's not used to that. It barely knows how to use a cell phone, right? He just know how to make calls. So, and you got people that was trying to film it because I wanted to make sure that people see that the goods got there. This was one of these challenging trips because that's when they was doing all the warning about going there. But my dad went anyway. So you see it, some of the stuff at the house. This is just some of them. This was like the first load. That's why you see update number 3 and then update number 2, 1. So I wanted to make sure that people stay updated as far as what was going on. That's why one of the reasons why I want to go, because then I'll be able to film it a lot better. You see what I'm saying? I'll be able to show more things and the people and things of that nature. But they don't really care about showing stuff. You know what I'm saying? This to them, this is like, okay, this food, this is all I'm worrying about. I'm not worrying, they don't worry about who sees what's being done or whatever, this and that. It's here that, but when people do give their money, you do have to understand that you do have to give them some sort of accountability as to where the thing is going. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I like to show people what's happening.
Yeah. And so this was, like you said, this was 2 years ago. And I guess people might ask, like, so what's needed in Haiti? Because I know it's funny because I know when I was looking at Haiti, and I told my wife, I was like, this opportunity to go over to Haiti is coming up. And, of course, my wife, she's from her family's from Jamaica. And my on the Jamaican side, my dad, he's going through many places, and also Haiti. And, he was mentioning about this, the stuff that you could hear on mainstream media, because, they always try to upplay like the gang violence and all this other stuff. But Lorvins, can you speak a little bit about, what's going on in Haiti? Like, what's creating the need in your opinion?
Okay, I'll let you know. Imagine this. Imagine a crime that's happening on a block of Chicago. The crime happened there, but you're like somewhere else. You're living in luxury. You might be even taking a bath, or you're in a jacuzzi or whatever, this and that, right? So imagine a shooting happened in Chicago, and then imagine Chicago being somewhere like Port-au-Prince in Haiti. So the incident happened there, but when you listen to the media, they make it seem like it's happening all over Haiti. They make it seem like that everywhere is people getting kidnapped, and that's not true by no means whatsoever. A lot
Lorvins, can you also speak to the fact that Haiti shares an island with another Dominica?
Right.
There's excessive racism
Right.
that goes on.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's happening too is that the crime is happening in the heart of the political area, which is in Port-au-Prince, which is the capital of Haiti. And there's a certain area. When you watch that video of the, and I want you to put that video, the link in the description so people can watch it. There's a location where they have what they call the bourgeois, or the light-skinned people, or the white, or Arab, whatever you want to call them. Or mulatto. They're like the ruling class. You'll see this in most countries. You see this in most islands where blacks are. They always have the ruling class. And what happened is Haiti was one of the first small island that gained their independence because they beat Napoleon. When you're talking about Dessalines and we're talking about Toussaint Louverture, those are some of the revolutionists that were able to fight to gain their independence from France. But they don't like that. It's a very embarrassing thing. Their whole thing is to embarrass Haiti, because not only was Haiti doing that, but they were going to places like Venezuela, New Orleans, different places where they were helping to raise up slave rebellion against the slave masters. And so that's one of their main thing that they were doing. So these people, they don't lay down for nothing. You see what I'm saying? And so the Western world sought to embarrass them. Haiti had to pay reparations to the slave masters because of lost wages. And they were holding that against them the whole time. You see what I'm saying? So imagine you have to pay billions of dollars. And not only that, when they had the earthquake, they came and stole all the gold in Haiti. Haiti has a bunch of resources, natural gases, a plethora of things that, now they're blaming the Clintons for. And so, but from what it looks like and from what I've been told is that they're trying to get these people out of that country so they can obtain certain land area where the resources are, the minerals are. But also to keep Haiti down. You see what I'm saying? Because they know what these people are capable of. But when you watch the video, Barbecue gives you a good history. And it's a truthful history. It's history that's proven. And he'd be able to tell you what happened and why they're fighting, why they're willing to lay their life down. I'm not sure if I answered all the questions. With Dominican Republic being on the other side, now you're dealing with them oppressing even some of the Haitians there. You see what I'm saying? Even though most of the islands is dark, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with the Dominican Republic. But I think the Most High is probably going to end up using Haiti as an example for something. You see what I'm saying? And it says there's nothing new under the sun. What happened in the past, sometimes it happened in the future. And I believe there's a revolution that is close, that is growing in Haiti, where they're getting sick of the Western world, especially. They're getting sick of the USA, France, and Canada. Those three governments are suppressing them.
Lorvins, I believe that one of the reasons why Haiti is targeted even to this day the most is because the first successful slave rebellion took place in Haiti with Toussaint Louverture. So because of that, they had to then pay the reparations, but it's still to this day, there's a hatred because they symbolized for all the other Caribbean islands as well as the United States that they could stand up and raise up against their oppressors. So they demonize Haiti like no other island. When I tell you that Haiti is demonized more than any other island, it blows my mind, especially Christianity. Christianity is known for demonizing Haiti because they will say how Haitians predominantly are into hoodoo, right? It's
voodoo, and they're not, right? Not all of them, right?
And let me tell you, I know a lot of Haitians who are the most holy and the most kind and gentle and hardworking people that you will ever meet in your life. But all over the island, there's this stigma because of the Western ideology, the Western thinking points based on what originally happened there during the time of slavery.
Right.
So we have to change the narrative. And I'm really glad that you brought up barbecue, that he is talking about what's really going on, because when you were saying what you were saying, I couldn't help but to think of the Black Panther Party. I was like, that's exactly what happened with the Black Panther Party, and how the FBI did what they did to demonize them for all the things that they were doing to bring independence to their people. So I just want to add that in there. But yeah, I think it's important to change the narrative.
And what most people don't know, and I know this from inside information, the last president they had, which was Juvenile, who was assassinated. Why do you think he was assassinated? At least from what they say, and barbecue will explain it to you. This man was trying to get rid of being under the thumb of America, because he started realizing, wait a minute, we have all these resources. We used to plant rice and export, but now we are importing rice and beans, something they can grow easily, because they made a lot of the farmers burn their fields. The people that used to make their own rice and burn their own beans and make their own plant their own stuff. Haiti was known for being an agricultural island. Now these people are not planting anything for the most part, right? Because they've been told not to do it, otherwise suffer the consequences. So they're importing something that they have an abundance of, that they can grow an abundance of. And that happened from the bourgeois that were there, the people that ruling class. And that's why you will see a lot of them being hungry, things of that nature, because they have to import that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And to your point, I'm just going to play just a little bit of the video, and hopefully the volume sounds okay, family. If it does not sound okay, well, I guess, just put a 2 if the volume sounds, not okay. But if the volume sounds okay, just put a 1 in the chat, if you could, please, family, when I start playing it. All right, here we go.
And pay attention to the man when he says how comfortable he is. Watch this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
When I watch TV at home, I see your face on TV, and they make you look to be a very evil, scary man.
Look at that.
Are you all able to hear that, family?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear the?
It's a little low on
okay.
my end, but I can hear it though.
Let me see if I can increase the sound. All right.
It looks loud. It sounds
okay.
loud.
All right, here we go.
When I watch TV at home, I see your face on TV, and they make you look to be a very evil, scary man.
Is that better, Ema? Okay, all right.
It is normal for them to make it look like a monster.
Jimmy Terizia, the former elite police officer turned gang leader known as Barbecue, has seized power in Haiti through violence and intimidation, becoming the country's most powerful and wanted figure. He leads the revolutionary forces of the G9 family and allies. This is the second video in my Haiti series.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like there's some video. I'm just going to try. Oh,
yeah, I don't like the right one, because I don't remember this part being. I just remember him just interviewing. But
gotcha. I mean, there's probably multiple videos out there about it, but yeah, family. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I've already put it in the chat, but I'm gonna put it in the chat again. So whenever
play it a little longer, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, play it a little longer.
I'm gonna try playing it with my mic muted just to see if it picks up the audio from the webpage.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you guys let me know if you can still hear it without the feedback, or if it's muted, put a 2. Here we go. Let's give it a try.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it now?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. So it is coming through my microphone. All right. Well,
Lorvins, if you put yourself on mute, then maybe that'll work, because maybe that's where the feedback's coming from.
All right. Let's give it a try. Here we go.
This man in the country. A 60-minute conversation with Barbecue in the heart of.
Yep. That may have been it. All right. Well, hang on. Let me back it up just a little bit. And
revolutionary forces of the G9 family and allies. This is the second video in my Haiti series. Amidst the chaos of gunfire and explosions, I find myself walking and talking with the most dangerous man in the country. A 60-minute conversation with barbecue in the heart of a violent conflict is an opportunity that few will ever have, and one that came with its own risks. If you've enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe. Your support helps bring more of these rare behind-the-scenes stories to light. Thank you.
This game.
And of course, it's commercial. All right, hang on. Here we go.
It is my final day here in Haiti. I'm leaving a bunch of clothes for strangers. I packed. My flight is at 10 a.m.
C'est normal pour faire bailler comme un qui méchant.
It is normal to make him look like somebody else was evil.
So can I be honest with you? I've only been here 5 minutes. And I feel very comfortable around you.
Okay.
And I see how he helps the community.
C'est normal pour faire bailler comme un diable.
It is normal for him to make him look like a monster.
Yeah.
L'on son système qui corrompu.
When you denounce a system that is corrupt.
Yes.
L'on demande de l'eau pour tout le monde.
When you're asking for water for everyone.
L'on demande de l'hôpital pour tout le monde.
When you ask hospitals for everyone.
L'on demande de l'école gratis pour tout le monde.
When you ask free school for everyone.
L'on dénonce 5% monde qui a 95% richesse pays.
You do something?
L'on dénonce 5% monde qui a 95% richesse pays.
5% of people that's holding the country's wealth. The wealth. Yeah.
Et normal pour faire bailler comme
it's normal to make him look like a monster.
Parce que système là son système senti.
Because the system here is a stinky system.
Right. Son système corrompu.
It's a corrupt system.
Yeah, so that's what you were talking about, Aki Lorvins. That's what you were talking about. Oh, you're still on mute, Aki.
Yeah, so he's basically against the system of oppression. You see what I'm saying? And so it's only right that they would make him demonize him, because it's not to the interest of America that Haiti grows, that Haiti becomes this, this great island. So it's not to America's interest, in whatever form and whatever they're thinking, because they did a slave rebellion. And that is a stench on their history. They do not like that. They take that personal.
Right. And what are your thoughts about, so with them, demonizing Haiti and showing, highlighting the gang violence and stuff like that, does that impact the way that people would give towards towards like a humanitarian effort towards Haiti?
No, not at all, because see, Haiti has two airports. You have the one in Port-au-Prince, and then you have the one in Cap Haitien. The one that goes to Cap Haitien is totally it's free. I mean, it's like safe, nothing. It's just Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince is where a lot of the stuff happened, because that's where the political structure is. That is where most of the bourgeois live, up on the hill. And even towards the middle of this video, they show you the walls part of it where the violence is happening, because they're trying to infiltrate. They did that before in the past. If you go into 1990, they actually chased them away. They all flew in their helicopters but now they came back. So what they're doing, they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to just get rid of these people, because if they can get rid of these people out of there, then Haiti can be free from this oppression from these ruling class.
Wow. Any thoughts on that? Go ahead, Ema.
Yeah, I mean, it's the story that's told and told again when it comes to Black bodies. And it doesn't matter, where it is that we're located. You're going to see the same story repeated. It's the demonization of those who are coming against a system of corruption. When you see Haiti represents the Caribbean like no other island, because of the revolt, because of the spirit inside of the people that they did not want to be enslaved. And so they must pay the price. As someone commented in the comment section that they're still paying reparations to France to this day. what kind of backwards nonsense is that the descendants of the enslaved are paying reparations to the former colonialists? So they're not really former colonialists, they're still colonialists. And so we have to use our voices, and this is what we're talking about here, about changing the narrative, because it's too often that our people become mentally warped by the mindset of the oppressor and the colonizer, because that's what we're given. You know, I heard a term the other day, and I thought that was such a bold and powerful term. I'm adopting it. His story equals history. My story equals mystery. And when we think about the fact that we have to unfold and unravel who we are as a people, this is a perfect example, because this man clearly is saying this system is oppressing. Why don't we have free healthcare? Why don't we have hospitals? Why don't we have education for everyone? Why is it that we don't have good housing? A lot of the realities of living on islands is that when you're living in the local communities, you're dealing with terrible infrastructure. But when it comes to those who are traveling, when it comes to the upper echelons of society, they're going to make sure the roads are paved. They're going to make sure the infrastructure is done well. So the people who are living there are oftentimes going to be on the bottom of the economic totem pole. They're going to be the ones that are hungry, but they're also the ones that are the most giving. And they continually get demonized. So we have to, as a collective, begin to change the way we think about our brothers and sisters that are throughout the diaspora. Don't allow them to frame their mindset when it comes to Haiti, any of the Caribbean islands, or the continent. We know they've been doing that since forever. So this is why we have to come together and make an impact. We have to be able to tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. And we have to put our dollars behind it to support the change directly to organizations like what Brother Lorvins is doing and has been doing with his father for 30 years and taking over the mantle. Don't put it in the hands of organizations that are going to use the majority of the funds for administrative costs and to put in their own pockets. Use your dollars to support the Israelite businesses and organizations that are going to put the funding and the materials directly in the hands of the people that need it the most.
I'm glad you said that too. I'm so glad you said that, because there's so many different organizations from the Western world that's in Haiti, but yet this stuff is still going on in the way that it's going on. Believe it or not, Haiti is such a small place, and from a grand scheme of things, you can literally talk to politicians like it ain't nothing. It's not that difficult. Barbecue's walking around with no gun on his side. This man looked like a dude off the street. But this supposed to be the most dangerous man in Haiti? You see what I'm saying? When you really make it make sense, he's not even walking around with a bunch of security around him. And how is this regular white dude from America gets access to somebody who's supposed to be real dangerous? Think about that.
And Lorvins, let me ask you a quick question. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I was thinking about the fact that during this conflict, didn't they send over Sudanese soldiers? Kenyan soldiers,
right,
who fight against Haitians who were revolting against the system.
Right, and he spoke about that. And guess what? The United Nations right now is in cahoots of not even paying a few of the Kenyan police force there, and they're resigning because the UN is not paying them. It just tells you the mindset. It's all a show. It's all a show. But guess what? The Haitian people don't know that, though. You see what I'm saying? They're sleeping. So what he is doing, he's waking them up to what's going on. You see what I'm saying? And once they realize what's going on, hell will break loose.
Yep, they can't stop it. And to you all's point, I was trying to pull up the flyer. So let me pull the flyer back up just so that we can see the actual initiative. It is, let's see, Haiti flyer, share. And so we talked a little bit about, the needs and some of the things that were sent over on previous humanitarian efforts. So are we looking to send over, food, water, tuition, sponsorship, clothing, shoes? I think you have everything listed here on the flyer.
All right, let me tell you how this journey goes. So Haiti is not like here, where it's developed in such a way, even in the transportation. The way we get goods in Haiti is through boats. And ain't no yachts, fancy is these boats, right? Okay, so we pay, and the shipping is expensive. So we pay the shipping, we buy the goods, everything that they need, and then we wrap it up ourselves. There's nothing fancy or formal, right? And so then we pay the shipping fee or whatever. And so what happens is we contact certain people in Haiti that we trust, obviously family members, things of that nature that we know. My dad been going so long that when he lands, he has protection. They love him so much. The people are there to meet him because they know what he's coming to do. And so it will get to the port in a place called Port-au-Père, which is not even, it's away from Port-au-Prince, not even close. So it goes to Port-au-Père. So from Port-au-Père, we have to pay another shipping fee for it to go to La Tortue. And you can't get there by plane, boat, plane, or anything like that, because you have to go through the water. So now we have to pay another boat to take the stuff to La Tortue.
Oh, hang on. Hang on one second, Lorvins. I'm trying to where is it? Mm-hmm. So we're thinking along the same line. I actually pulled up a map even before we got online.
Right.
So walk us back through the places again, if you don't mind.
Okay, so you see Port-au-Prince is right here. Right. So this is where some of the stuff is going on, but go all the way up to Cap Haitien. The very top. This is where the other airport, very far apart. So these people probably don't even know what's going on in Port-au-Prince. A lot of these people in all these different places, they have no idea what's going on in Port-au-Prince unless somebody put it on the news or something. You see what I'm saying? Like, unless somebody talk about it, or some of these people don't even have like radio, electricity. Now go up some more. Zoom in. You see that island right there? Tortuga? That's basically La Tortue. This is where my family are from. This is where a lot of the people, you see, they're cut off from the island. They're cut off from the main stuff. So they don't get a lot of stuff at all. You see what I'm saying? Zoom in again. You see where it says Port-au-Père? Port-au-Père is, scroll down a little bit. Right here, Port-au-Père to your left. To your right. You see, zoom in, it says Port-au-Père right here. In the middle. Yeah, that's Port-au-Père. That's another major city that's not like Port-au-Prince, right? So as you can see, that's all on the same side with Cap Haitien, which is the airport that we'll be flying to. And so we would go to Port-au-Père, and from Port-au-Père, we would take a boat that goes across to the main island, to the smaller island. And then when you get to the smaller island, that's why I said this is not a mission for the week, right? So when you get there, ain't no cars like that. All right, you got to get mules and donkeys, and we have to secure all these donkeys and mules. Maybe some of my families have and stuff like that, and we have to lug all that stuff. This is a mountain, so we have to go up and lug it up on top of the mountain, and then we spread it out throughout the entire island. Or what they would do also, they would come. Most of the island would come to where my father is, and then we would feed them and give them things, and then they disperse out to their respective location. And so this is how we do it. It's not easy, but because the logistic is very tough. You're not dealing with where you get in a car, you drive, and you give people stuff. No, you're talking about a serious exodus, right? Serious wilderness experience. You're using everything under the sun. You're using buses, planes, boats, and mules to get to that location.
Wow. So
and it is mountainous. Yes, it is a topography. That whole island is mostly mountainous.
Yep, you can see it there on the screen, family.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say, I guess, based off of what you said, Aki, so it sounds like the destination for this humanitarian effort is going to be the Tortuga Island?
That is correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because they're the ones that's really cut off mostly. You see what I'm saying? From the civilization. There's no running water there. There's no electricity. None of that stuff. So if you coming with me, by the way, we are going to be doing Sukkot. Okay. I'm being honest. My father has a house there. But what I would do, I would end up buying like a generator and then shipping it over. You see what I'm saying? And then we would have electricity to be able to do certain things for the people and things of that nature. That's really the work. You see what I'm saying? And I believe there's a Moses in one of those students. Maybe there's a Joseph. Maybe there's a prophet there. There's someone there that, we can wake up to help out in a way, because we don't know the way to Most High. Maybe he had my dad do this for so long only for me to carry the mantle, because we still have to go and search for his people from the four corners. And this is a gem, this location. So,
Lorvins, I'd like you to speak to the religious aspect a bit, because one of the things that I know, my former pastor was a missionary to Haiti. And one of the things that I learned from another missionary who was on a TED Talk was that they're very huge on pushing the imagery of white Jesus. So I'd like to hear from your perspective what it's like for someone who is in Haiti and doesn't know who they are as the children of Israel, how the religious white Jesus push impacts them in their day-to-day life, and how it is that they carry about their mantle of faith. So do you understand what I'm saying? It's like,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll preface it with this story first.
Okay.
When I first got to Haiti, and they can tell you, they can smell you that you ain't from here. Okay. And we was at our father's house, and we were standing by the gate, and all these children woke up in the morning. They were just lined up looking at us as if we were like zoo animals. They were just standing there and staring like, look. I'm like, this is strange. But I say this to say this. There was this white man that came to the village. And when he came to the village, the kids had never seen a white man before. You know what I'm saying? And they all sort of kind of ran, and they all huddled together because they never saw a white man. By that time I'd seen a white man because I'm from the Bahamas. And then this white man, in order to make him feel comfortable, whatever, I don't know what he was thinking. I guess maybe he had dentures, and then he took his dentures out, and the kids thought he was doing like magic or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Old folk magic.
And they thought he was doing magic. So now it's weird because they never seen a white man live, but they've seen the images. You see what I'm saying? And that is so true with this whole religion and the white Jesus. It's very prevalent in Haiti. The Christianity, believe it or not, Catholicism is one of the number one religions in Haiti. It's Catholicism. And then you have all the other ones. Voodoo's like last. That ain't even the main thing. You see what I'm saying? Now, do they have people that dabbles in that? Of course. I mean, they do that in New Orleans. There's no, you know what I'm saying? So, but the idea is that they do somewhat have more of a reverence for the Caucasian man, because of what's been planted in their head. You see what I'm saying? And that obviously has changed from the time of the revolution, right? But now they are starting to realize that these people are the problem for us. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all of them but all of them are, but they're saying you seem to be an issue for us because you're the reasons why we're not prospering as a nation. But now they're starting to realize that they're the problems also. You see what I'm saying? Because we still have to teach them in a way where they understand that we are the main problem because we're not keeping the Most High's laws. We're not doing the things that he says do. And I think once they start to really realize that as a whole, maybe something will change, but I still got to do my part. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's important because when you think about what you're saying in the humanitarian effort, one of the things that I do remember that was very important when I was a Christian was the missionary work. We have to adopt a missionary mindset because when it comes to Christianity, a lot of missionaries are actually Caucasian and they go into the Caribbean, they go into the continent, and they're pushing that imagery, which keeps the people subjugated in the mind, and it also keeps us oppressed financially. So when they see us, when they see those who look like them coming and telling the truth of who we are, and that we are supposed to obey Yah's laws, that we are supposed to repent of our sins, that the Savior is not a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man, but that he is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, when they understand that by seeing us actually there doing the missionary work, I think that would help to be able to change the hearts and minds of the people so that they're not looking at, as you say, looking at the white man with reverence, if you will.
Right. And the whole idea is to change that mindset and to let them know how valuable they are, being the Most High's chosen. And I think that's one of the missing elements from my dad's mission, because my dad's Christian. You know what I'm saying? He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? No knock on him, because my job is to honor him, honor his name, honor my mother. It has nothing to do with just respecting and say, hey, Dad, thank you. No, his name, to bring honor to the name. You see what I'm saying? That to restore that in such a way, and then continue so where the Most High gets the glory, by honoring my father and really instilling the teachings that the Mashiach taught us to them. And hopefully whatever plant that we see that we plant there, it can grow and spread. And that's the whole mission. But now I bring up the flyer because a lot of people are asking how to give and things of nature. So while we're talking throughout this thing, you can give. There's so many different ways you can give. You can go on my website. I'm going to bring it up.
All right. Yeah. Let me bring it up. I'll bring up the flyer. And just so that you know, family, well, is just that this is this is a clickable link on the flyer, but I'm going to take you to the webpage that when you.
But before you do that, go down.
Okay.
Yeah, go down. Right. So yeah, because it's supposed to be clickable. See, they don't know the Cash App and stuff like that. So I will type it in. So it's supposed to be a clickable link. So the Cash App, I'll put it in the chat. You can put it in yours too, Benaiah, because I don't think it'll tracks. So this is
yeah, and I'll also pull up the website that once you click on the link is going to take you here. Let's see.
And then PayPal would be my email. I don't know if you can put it on the screen, but I'm putting it in the chat. I think it's only going on mine's though. So I'll put it in the what you call it,
yeah, I got it. I'll put let's see, Haiti mission link.
And then Zelle is my phone.
So definitely, family, once you click on the link, it's going to take you to this page, because I think some people, I did see one comment in the chat, or not on the chat, but in the, I want to see a community post where people weren't sure if this was the page, but yes, family, this is the page to donate. So it'll take you here. You'll see Sons of Shemites campaign. And of course, just click on the donate button, and that's how you can donate towards the cause.
Right. So put it in your thing, the private chat, Benaiah, so you can have it. The other ones.
Okay. Yeah. And as you all were talking, let me see if I can pull up this article, because I was you had me curious, man. Anytime you start talking about donkeys and goats and mountains and man, that sounds like a one of those. There's a show called Expedition Unknown that me and my family like watching. It sounds just like that.
That's Caribbean life, Brother Bernard.
Really?
That's Caribbean, chicken, iguana, goat.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because I've seen it in Jamaica. I've seen some of the what folks would call the poorest of the poor over in Jamaica.
I'm not gonna lie, it's still really cool to see it for me. Because the U.S. Virgin Islands is 3 islands, so one of the islands we see it more than others. So in St. John, I love to go there and see white horses riding down just the beach. They'll just be like, just there, and it's so amazing. It's just to see all the animals living freely like that.
Wow. Yeah, and this is from the Miami Herald, and this is one of the articles. The name of the article is called "The Journey Behind the Story: Haiti's Island Without Hope." Haiti's Island Without Hope, and this is what we're talking about, family. And I kind of just glanced through, so I didn't read it fully, but they're talking about, he's kind of retelling his journey. It says, one of my favorite pit stops for the 17th century pirates, Tortuga is the island made famous by the Pirates of the Caribbean films. It says, but there are no movie endings for most of the desperate, starving Haitians who flee from here and risk sea journeys far more treacherous than the route Patrick and I took to tell their story. So just so you know, family, I'm just going to read
this. See, I ain't lying. I'm trying to tell you, like Tortuga, we don't call it Tortuga, we call it La Tortue, but
okay.
But it's a great island. It's very secluded. Sometimes those waters are rough, and I'm not gonna lie. So if you are coming with me, right? So you gotta have some courage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's all good. I'm gonna get back in the gym though.
Yeah, some courage. But I do this with love, man. Like I love my people. You know what I'm saying? I don't let something like that. And maybe that's why the Most High had me go there when I was 6. You see what I'm saying? It's sometimes you just don't know what he's preparing you for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went through that little corridor of water before in the boat. The first time I was like, man, what you 6 years old? Feel like water, boat taking in water and all that. Man, that's not pretty. But man. I mean, it's not always like that though. I mean, when it's calm, it's calm. You can go to YouTube and put in La Tortue and see the boat trips and all of that stuff. And when they get there, how to do it. But if you one of those people, man, you're looking to help, you're looking to go, hit me up. And if we raise enough money, I don't mind bringing a few people with me. I would love that. I would love that. So we all can go and do the work, especially the men, right? If we can have maybe 2 or 3 people to come with us. And Benaiah, you game for it, Benaiah?
I mean, you just now bringing the donkeys up and stuff. I mean, you didn't say nothing about it yesterday, man.
I will scare you away.
So. Oh, no. It's all like I said. We got family over in Jamaica that live in some of the toughest places. So Kingston, and if you saw some of the houses and stuff like that, you'd be like, wow. I mean, I know it was a reality check for me. When I went to see family over in the islands and stuff, I was like, man, how Most High, how do we get to this point? I mean, I even got family here in Atlanta that, live downtown Atlanta in the project. So, we just seen it all over. I mean, and if I could just read this one little paragraph from this article, and this kind of speaks to what you were talking about, Lorvins. It's just like, it says, like the nearby grimy, dusty city of Port-de-Paix, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it says Port-de-Paix. It says this island in Haiti's neglected northwest is where some of the Haiti's poorest of the poor lives. So this is the epicenter. I don't want to say this is the epicenter, but this is one of those places, family, that's definitely in need.
I mean, it basically is the epicenter in the sense of the people that need, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, the aides, when they go to Port-au-Prince, they go to like the places that are more popular. And I know a lot of missionaries do that for clout. And a lot of time when they go there, they don't really do what they say gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? They do stuff that is kind of minor. They just do enough. And to say that they did it. But when you looking, I have skin in the game, because they are my people, you know what I'm saying? This my father, whatever. So there's more love towards the people, more patient. And so, and that's why, we do it. I mean, because we love the people and we know their potential. We know their potential. So
yeah. Well, I know that journey will be epic. I know just to be able to film that and film the distribution of needed goods in the community, I know that's going to be epic. So yeah, man, definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm looking to partner Benaiah because one of my cousins, he's head of the school, and I want him to change the curriculum, and he's open to that, to where he teaches the people who they are. You see what I'm saying? And he's actually over the school system. His name is Anel. We call him Anel. And so definitely, I spoke to him. He said he'd be willing to listen to you in regards to our history. And then perhaps maybe we can incorporate it some kind of way into the school system.
Okay. Praise be the Most High.
Yeah.
praise y'all for those of you who are already coming in and saying that you're giving. That is awesome. Yes, I just get it. There's something on the inside of me that gets excited when I see our people just coming in and just showing up and showing love in this way. I just wanted to, pause for a minute to just acknowledge those of you who are already, giving to this mission, and they continue to support all the work that all of us are doing, because we are in his service. We're in the service of the Most High. The harvest is plentiful. The laborers are few. But when you come in, you're holding the hands of the laborers up for us to be able to go out there and do these important works, especially, when you got to do things like what Brother Lorvins is talking about, going out there and building infrastructure and changing the hearts and the minds of the people so that they would know who they really are, and they would no longer be the tail, but that they would be the head. So thank you.
One of my main goals there is to establish like a location, and then my family can be over it. That's there because we is a center, like it's kind of like a Hebraic center, where it's a school, but it's mainly sort of kind of like it deals political, it deals economical, financial, all aspect of the life, the social, and it, believe it or not, it doesn't cost to build certain things like that in Haiti. $10,000 probably can build you something in Haiti. It doesn't have to be big, but I'm hoping, man, and I'll be doing this fundraiser all throughout the United States, actually, because there's another foundation that they want to help, because they look at this as a very noble cause, and I want to be able to build something in Haiti, a center, an epicenter where people come to distribute goods in that location, because there's nothing there to distribute goods. We use our dad house. So we have somewhere where we can store the goods. We can keep sending, you know what I'm saying? Keep sending goods. And it doesn't necessarily have to be once a year or whatever, this and that. And we'll be able to sustain them from a longer period. Because like I said, it doesn't cost much. A bag of rice, a sack of rice, peas, stuff like that we have in our pantry. You see what I'm saying? And that's really all they want. They don't want no cars. They don't want no bikes. They just want food. And they want the children to be able to go to school and just like Barbecue was saying, school should be free there. But you got to pay to go to school. Even the regular school. And if they don't have, and if they can't pay, the kids got to stay home. And that's not cool. And it's only $100 to send a kid to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, family, please go donate. I put the link. Actually, let me see if I can show this link here. No.
Yeah. Now the targeted, we're trying to target by going to Haiti by March. All right. We want to go there by March. So we're going to raise money. We're going to raise as much as we can. I hope we may raise 100,000. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to do a whole lot. Whatever it is, but whatever is the Most High bless us with, we're going to make it go a long way, and we'll document everything so everybody can see. And hopefully we can go there and really learn some stuff. I do have a very good friend who's friends with somebody, I don't want to say his name. Maybe we can get an interview, you see what I'm saying? And really talk about the foundational problems that's going on that the media is not telling you about, right? And then maybe we can mobilize in such a way where us Israelites, the Israelites, can foster a change. And I believe, and sometimes my wife's like, man, you something else, because anytime you believe something, you make it happen. And I believe that we as Israelites, we come together in such a way and foster a major change that no one has ever been able to do. We can do it, because if the Most High is with us, who can be against us, right? Isn't that what the scriptures say? So if we really believe that, we can make it happen. Why not Haiti be one of the foundational places who actually knows how to revolutionize and come and make a change? You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm thinking too big. Maybe my mind's just be like, wondering. But one thing about me, if I can envision it, I know I can do it. But I can't do it alone. The Most High is with me. And because the Most High is with me, that means he's going to bring a whole lot of people with me along with that as well. So that's my mindset.
Hallelujah, man. Well, hey, family, we'll keep giving. If you, like you say, if you're not able to give today, this, like Aki Lorvin said, this campaign is going to go all through December, all the way through January, February, and maybe even through part of March.
Right.
So definitely, family, whenever you get a chance, whenever you're able to, please help us out, help give. And like I said, I have the link on the page. It's at the bottom of the page or screen here, and once you click on that, it's going to take you to let me go back to Lorvin's pages here. So it's going to take you back to this page, family. So this is the landing page. Not sure why I can't talk today, but go ahead and click on donate, and and we will load those donkeys up.
Why you gotta say it like that? It's fun though. Like, I don't know, like it's fun. It's really fun giving. It's fun giving your time, and then it's fun to give to the unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see what it does to them and the change that it's now, we can bring the truth. Man, what? You see what I'm saying? And so, in a big way, we're gonna do something that has never been done in La Tortue ever. You see what I'm saying? Because we've done it before with my dad and stuff, but I say small level, but it's a big gesture. You see what I'm saying? But I know how much bigger it can be. And once they see this in Haiti, trust me, man, like what? I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. So family, any questions while we talk about the Haiti humanitarian effort? Because we do have another topic just want to bring up, because I know we're over an hour.
Yeah. Is Ron even in the background yet?
Nope,
Ron,
not yet.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah. So any questions, family?
I mean, if anyone has any questions, anyone want to come on, whatever, and maybe state, because we was trying to wait on Ron to talk about the conference.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
So there's a question by Melanated by Yahuwah. She says, Shalom, I'm all for helping those in need, but are there any programs for single moms, widows, and fatherless children in the States?
You know what? That is, what's it I was talking to the Benaiah? That I said I wanted to do something for the people in the States as well. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know, but like, okay, I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I'm doing the best that I can. I work a full-time job, sometimes overwork. Sometimes I work 12, 11 hours a day, okay? Even to find time to do all these extra stuff that the Most High has entrusted me with. So I'm only one person. It's very difficult. And I know I've done, and the Most High has entrusted me to do a lot of humanitarian mission, the one in Africa, the one in the Bahamas, and especially with Haiti. But y'all don't see the behind the scenes stuff either, especially here in America, where a lot of our people, even in assemblies, are struggling. They don't have a lot, or maybe they can't pay this bill, or maybe they can't do this, maybe they can't do that. And they do reach out to me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich, and I'm not even near what rich would be. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for all of us, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have to just do my best. Sometimes if I can't do it, what I do, I get other brothers together, and then we'll help somebody. You see what I'm saying? You do have people out there that's willing to help people. Sometimes you may have a family that need groceries. I've gotten calls where I'm like, I really can't do it. I would love. But what I do, I don't make excuses as to why this person can't get what they need. What I do, I find able people who the Most High can use to give. I do it behind the scene. I don't always do things in the open. I only do like stuff that's major. I may do that. I'll do that in open. But a lot of stuff behind the scenes, I don't show. I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I was a billionaire. Man, I probably would be broke because I would be helping everybody. You see something? That's just the heart I have. But at the same time, I do live in reality. And there are some people, when they call for help, I do prove you, because there are people also scamming people. There are people out there that want money, they want this, they want that, and then they're scamming you, and it keeps you from not wanting to give because people scamming. But now what I do, I test everybody. If you are calling for help, especially if you're in the States, and if you're a mother or a single person or a guy, when you call me, I ask, where are you from? What city you in? Is there, and then when I find out what city you in, then I can galvanize either an assembly in that area or brothers. There are brothers out there, they can tell you. I call them and say, hey, look, man, we got a sister in your area that needs help. Can you check them out? Make sure it's credible. And if it's credible, can we come together and help them? And that's how normally we help people in the States. But it would be nice to have a coffer or some kind of thing where we can actually help these people. And sadly to say, some of these people are in Hebraic assemblies.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no reason why someone in a Hebraic assembly should be calling me to get help just for food because they can't pay their bill or they just need some groceries. That is wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's not good. But I do the best I can. I do have a wife. I got to give her time. You see what I'm saying? So because I have a wife, but at the same time too, you know, I care about the Most High's people, and I care about the Most High especially because I feel like if we can do things for His people, maybe they can go ahead and give the Most High the glory, and then they start to galvanize and do good things as well. So, I mean, that's just the way I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, did you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, actually, there was another question. I thought that was a very powerful question for you, Brother Lorvins. What type of self-sufficiency programs are there for food production, crops, and animals on the island of Tortuga?
Well, I was talking to my cousin, and see, that's why I wanted to develop the center. This is more long term. You know, my father has some land there. I mean, it's not a lot. And my cousin has a good foothold. So when I go there, I don't want to just trust everything that's being said at the time. It's not to say they're not telling the truth, but it's always good to have boots on the ground, right? So this mission that I want to go and I want to survey the places. I want to survey the area because I haven't been there since I was 10 years old, right? And so, and praise Yah that I was able to get a passport because Lord know that was crazy and getting that. So now I can go there. I can survey the island. I can go in different places. My cousins can take me around, and if we can find land, and then what we can do is we can build a center. You know what I'm saying? And then depending on, because most people got land, but they don't want to do agriculture. Like they're losing themselves. They really are losing themselves. But we have to make them find themselves. So in order for them to be sustainable, we got to teach them these things. We got to teach them the value of raising your family and doing all these different things that pleases the Most High. Because if they don't know, and people come, and a lot of these people, their family will go to Haiti. They'll go to Haiti, and then sometimes they just forget about them. They don't send money. But a lot of times they'll go to America thinking, oh, it's going to be cozy. I'm going to go to America. I'm going to make all this money, and I'm going to send money to Haiti. And they learn the hard way because when they come up to America, they find out they got to live paycheck to paycheck. So now they can't really send money like they thought they was going to be able to because the TV said if you come to America, places of dream, you can do anything you want. But they get a reality check every time they come here.
Yeah, but you know, the thing about Haitian people, what I love is that they work together. When they come to America, one thing about Haitians is they understand what real poverty looks like, right? So when they come to America and they group together, if they have to live together for a while so they can all raise up money to get their own places, they're going to do that. But the parents in particular, they will take any job that they can get so that they can put their children through schooling, right? And making sure that their children are going to have high positions, right? So they don't want their children to go through any suffering like they had to go through. So I do like the fact that there is that mission, mindedness when they leave Haiti to come to America to make better for themselves. But it would be so great if our people would not register the mindset that America is like the land of opportunity,
Right.
and they would take that same drive and that same instinct right where they're at and build up. But I really think that's a spiritual thing. And again, that's about changing the hearts and the minds of our people in the diaspora. Because if you think that what you have is not good enough, you have to go over there and get somebody else's stuff and build up their stuff, you're missing it. In Haiti and in most of the Caribbean, you're going to see that mindset where it's like, oh, well, America is the place to go. And the continent is the same thing. America's the place to go. That's where we can become successful. No, be successful right where you're at.
Right.
And if you can become successful right where you're at, then you can contend against a system that has really oppressed you and your people for generations. So I would love to be able to see the teaching aspect of not just the humanitarian efforts, but the teaching aspect from the scriptures about who we are as a people for the Haitian community, so that they're able to start adopting a different mindset to make an impact right where they're at.
Yeah, I have a good friend he's fluent in Hebrew now. He's been studying this stuff, and it's crazy because he woke up when we was going to church when we were young, and now he's really good with the scriptures. And he's definitely somebody I'm going to be leaning towards, especially when it comes to going and communicating with the people, who they are, and building a curriculum so they can understand. See, because what's good about La Tortue or Tortuga is that it's not monitored like the main islands are from a law enforcement point of view, politically. So they're actually free to do a lot of different things. You see what I'm saying? And they won't be, but if you don't have it in you and you don't know this is what's good for you, if you don't know to do it, you just don't do it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have the scriptures that we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, you see what I'm saying? So once they get the knowledge and they get the know-how to the agricultural factor, you know what I'm saying? Just the spiritual factor and being able to operate within Torah, trust me, they're going to be a beast. But you got to teach them that. You got to teach them.
Yep. And I thought it was very prophetic, Ema, that when you talked about, you have people in the continent trying to come here. You got people in the islands trying to come here. Right. And that is a perfect segue to leaving America behind. So, and I know we're, like I said, we're a good hour and a half over, and Lorvins, this was an awesome discussion, awesome, review of Haiti and the needs and this awesome humanitarian effort that's going forward. So if it makes sense, family, and if everyone's schedule is, permits, perhaps we can come together. I'm not sure if another day would be better served.
Maybe tomorrow, because I want Ron to be here for that. Because we have the conference in North Carolina. If you can show the thing that me and Ron is doing, along with Anthony Davis, Seven Harvest. So we'll be discussing this. I don't know if tomorrow would be good for you. So we can try to schedule that. And that way we can bring Ron on, because Ron, he's doing this specialized meeting for Botswana meeting, because he's always working. So he's doing that behind the scenes. He thought maybe he would be able to get off a little earlier. So that meeting is going on for like 3 hours now. So
wow.
They're really ironing out some really details in regards to Botswana, South Africa, and stuff like that. But maybe we can do it tomorrow.
Okay, that's perfect, because family, this is one of those another conference, family, that you have to attend. Most like Lorvins was saying, we'll review this either tomorrow or whenever everyone's available. I think I'm available tomorrow too, so just kind of everyone else's schedule lines up. But we'll do that. Okay.
But in the meantime, man, thank y'all so much. We'll be talking about this throughout. I want this campaign. We want it to be as big as possible. Let's see what we can do to make this really a big deal, depending on what we collect up until February. And if there are certain people who want to volunteer to come on this trip, if we have enough, we'll, if you want to pay for yourself, that's fine. But if we have enough to where we can bring a few more people, that would be great. That you can see the accountability factor. You can see, oh, they're really doing the work. I mean, we're going to film it anyway, just to make sure, because I'll be there physically. And that's one of my goals. And then we can really show the Mishpachah what's really going on and the work that we can do together when we come together.
Hallelujah. All right. Well, I guess with that being said, I guess, Ashanda, do you have anything before we adjourn?
Yeah, I just want to thank you so much, Brother Benea, for opening up your platform, for the work that Brother Lorvins and Brother Ron are doing. And also want to thank Ashanda at large, fam, for showing up and supporting. Continue, family, to just do your best to pray for all the labor that is going on, whether you see it in front of the scenes or behind the scenes. Pray for us. Pray that the Most High will continue to order our steps. As we pray for you, that he will order your steps as well. Make that impact, feed Haiti, and support as best as you can as the Ruach HaKodesh is leading you. So thank you again, Brother Benea, for allowing me to come on today, and looking forward to seeing the impact that is made through this gathering.
Hey, sis, it's always great having you on, sharing your thoughts and perspective. Much appreciated. Always great having Aki Lorvins on, and yeah, family, this is awesome. Anytime we get together, family, and we're able to contribute and help out Israel, I mean, it is a great cause, family, a great cause. So,
on my page and hit donate, is it showing that you can put a card in there or no?
Let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen again.
If you pay with a card, please do not pay with a credit card, because I don't want y'all going in debt, just for whatever. But let me see.
Well, you can pay with PayPal. I think that's what pops up when you click on it.
Let me see if you hit PayPal. Let's see what it says. Okay, maybe you can. Maybe I need to. You might want to help me with Donor Box.
Oh yes.
Because I think with Donor Box you could do with cards. So.
Yep, you sure can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for now, family, if you can, just use PayPal, and yeah, we'll just think the campaign is supposed to run up until or through March. So if you can't donate today, please donate. Whenever you can.
Right.
All right. Well, family, thank you for listening, and thank you for your donations. And we will, like Loris was saying, we'll try to get back on here, most high willing, tomorrow, and we'll talk about this awesome conference that's taking place in was it Archdale, North Carolina. Big shout out to Moray. Anthony Douglas.
He
man,
goes by a different name, but I just can never remember.
Yeah. The king of praise and worship, man, in Archdale. I mean, him and his family, man. They are, man, love him, and they're talented praise and worship family. So you are going to be in for a treat if you're able to make it out there. And so, most high willing, like we were saying, we'll do that review, most high willing, tomorrow. So with that being said, family, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Most high bless you, and shalom.
Sure.
Tearing down idols, and we cutting down posts. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We're throwing out crystals. We don't need these stones, and we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. I'll praise to the Most High. I'll praise to the Most High, Yahuwah. I'll praise to the Most High. I'll praise to the Yah Israel. Tearing down We cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the L we know. We throwing out crystals. We don't need these stones. And we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. Everybody help me say all praise.